All right, so today we're gonna dive into something pretty disturbing.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about Edward Nashton.
Okay.
Better known as the Riddler.
Right.
And we've got decades worth of Arkham files.
Wow.
Observational notes.
Okay.
All this stuff that really paints a picture of his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And how it just took this dark turn.
Okay.
So we're looking at how this obsession with puzzles transformed in the 90s.
Okay.
Leading to some terrifying claims about something else, something otherworldly.
Okay, interesting.
And we're going to see if there are any echoes of that today.
Okay, I'm interested to see what you've got.
Yeah.
So what's interesting is when you look at the early stuff on the Riddler.
Okay.
It's almost like a mundane profile.
Really?
Yeah, you see the early reports.
Okay.
Criminal mastermind.
Uh-huh.
But his actions are always tied to these elaborate puzzles.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
He presents them to the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game for him.
Oh, for sure.
But it's rooted in this desire to show how smart he is.
Yeah, he wants to be the smartest guy in the room.
Exactly, like a warped sense of intellectual superiority.
Right.
But it's still very human.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how does that change?
Well, that's the fascinating part.
Okay.
It goes from this need to just challenge and outsmart people to something way more specific.
Yeah. Almost
esoteric, you could say.
What do you mean?
Well, he gets fixated on this one particular riddle.
Oh, wow.
It's connected to a play and this place called Carcosa.
I've heard of Carcosa.
Yeah, it's not about just, one-upping someone anymore. He's searching for something bigger.
So it becomes almost like a spiritual thing then.
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
It's like this obsessive quest for something beyond just normal puzzles.
Okay, so like where do we see that shift?
The Bristol incident era, that's when things start to get really weird.
Okay.
There's reports of abilities that are almost inexplicable.
Really like supernatural.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that people tried to understand these abilities by looking at this play. It's like they thought the play held the key to understanding him.
That's strange.
It is, right?
Yeah.
It implies that maybe he was influenced by something outside of himself.
So something otherworldly?
Yeah, or at least he believed he was.
Wow. Okay, so then in 92, he ends up catatonic.
Right, in Arkham.
Yeah, and there's these police reports about this ritual.
Uh-huh.
It's really chilling.
It is.
He talks about seeking forbidden knowledge.
Right.
Like he's trying to grasp something beyond human understanding.
And that's a dangerous level of obsession.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, it's like he's not just solving a puzzle anymore. It's like
yeah.
he's trying to tap into something.
Yeah, something dangerous.
Yeah. What's really unsettling is this claim he makes.
Okay.
That during this ritual, he makes contact with someone or something.
Oh, wow.
This isn't just an unsolved puzzle anymore. It implies an actual interaction.
Okay.
A connection with an entity.
Like a being.
Yeah, something that defies explanation.
Okay, so this is where it crosses over into the Eldritch.
Exactly.
Okay, so for our listeners who don't know.
Right.
Eldritch basically means...
Eldritch is like...
ancient.
Yeah, think Lovecraftian.
Right, alien and just profoundly disturbing.
Yeah, like cosmic horror. It's like he opened a door to something he shouldn't have.
Okay, so then we move on to 94.
Yeah, inside Arkham Asylum.
And he's still in this unresponsive state.
Catatonic.
Right. But then Dr. Arkham discovers.
This is where it gets even weirder.
Yeah, that he can communicate.
Their technology.
Yeah, like an old radio.
Right.
It's so creepy.
That is.
It's like whatever happened during that ritual changed him.
Yeah.
Maybe even merged his mind with technology somehow.
It's possible, that connection he made. It's like it altered him on a fundamental level.
Wow.
And even in this state, he's still speaking in riddles.
So that core part of him is still there.
It's like it's intertwined with this new horrifying reality.
Right.
And he immediately brings up Carcosa.
Oh, wow.
Calling it the ultimate riddle.
So that play.
Yeah, it's clearly central to his whole descent.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he starts talking about him?
Who's him?
He calls him the unspeakable one.
Okay.
The corpse of God incarnate.
What?
Yeah, and he says this entity is connected to the color yellow.
The color yellow?
Yeah, it's all very unsettling.
That's so creepy.
It is, right? It's a far cry from just wanting to outsmart the cops with a puzzle.
Yeah, like, how did you get from A to B?
It's a terrifying leap, and it's like he fully believes it.
Right.
And then he says the king will burn Gotham and the bat to the ground.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and he claims he's like a herald.
A herald for this king.
Yeah, empowered by this entity to prepare the world.
Oh, my God.
It's like a complete transformation.
Yeah.
He's not just a criminal anymore.
He's like a prophet.
Yeah, but for something horrifying.
It's terrifying.
The scariest part is that he seems to have willingly surrendered to this entity.
It's like he gave himself over to it.
Yeah, he embraced this role of destruction.
That's so disturbing.
It really is.
So, okay, it's been a few decades
Yeah.
since all this happened in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still catatonic.
Right, his body's still there in Arkham.
But there have been these reports of gaming systems glitching out, showing this weird yellow symbol.
Right, have you heard about those?
And even like whispers and voices coming from them.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
And there are similar reports about computers.
Really?
Yeah, like malfunctioning when people research certain topics.
Like what kind of topics?
Like obscure stuff, maybe related to Carcosa.
Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's all really unsettling.
It is.
Right? It makes you wonder
About
that connection he made.
Right. Could it still be active somehow?
You know, the case files mention this potential ability to influence technology.
To like move his consciousness through networks.
Exactly.
Wow.
So maybe these glitches are like echoes of that entity.
It's a disturbing thought.
It is, right?
Like even in his physical absence, he might still be connected to it.
And influencing the world.
Yeah. His broken mind.
Right.
Somehow resonating within our technology.
It's weird though, right?
Well, it is.
Because he talked about this king in yellow.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any sign of it.
That's true.
Like, no overt appearances.
Yeah, it's strange.
So was he just delusional?
I mean, it's possible.
Or is this a slow burn?
Maybe it's unfolding gradually, or maybe these glitches are just the beginning.
Yeah, like warning signs.
Yeah.
Of something bigger.
Something we don't understand yet.
That's a terrifying thought.
It is.
It really is.
You know, the core horror here for me is the loss of control.
Oh, yeah.
The Riddler was always so in control, meticulous,
right?
But he gave all that up.
To this Eldritch entity.
Yeah, it's like he surrendered his body.
His mind.
Yeah, his consciousness is bound to technology now.
Oh my God.
A puppet for something we can't even comprehend.
That's so messed up.
It's a truly horrifying thought.
It is.
And you know, it all goes back to his obsession with secrets, knowledge.
Right.
His whole identity was built on that.
Yeah, he loved knowing things other people didn't.
Exactly.
And he was obsessed with puzzles. But
this pursuit of forbidden knowledge.
Right, this ultimate riddle.
It backfired.
Yeah, it destroyed him.
He lost himself. He was so fascinated by secrets.
Yeah.
But he went too far.
And it consumed him.
Yeah, he wanted the ultimate answer. But he got caught in a question.
A question he couldn't handle.
A question that was way more terrifying than anything he could have imagined.
So to recap.
Yeah.
We've seen the Riddler's transformation.
From puzzle-obsessed criminal.
To this prophet of a terrifying entity.
Yeah, and his body may be catatonic.
But he might still be out there.
Lurking in the technology.
And these glitches, they could be a sign of something bigger.
Something coming.
So it leaves us with this question.
Okay.
What happens when we seek ultimate knowledge?
Right.
And we end up embracing the unknown?
Like, is there a point where we go too far?
Is there a line?
Yeah.
Between seeking answers and losing ourselves?
That's the question, isn't it?
It is.
Where does the pursuit of knowledge end?
And surrender to the abyss begin?
Exactly.
That's something to think about.